Chapter and Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
This is the Pipeman here on the Adventures Pipeman W4CY Radio at Inkcarceration, and I'm here with
Dryden. I sing for Alien Ant Farm, bro.
Yes, and you were the background of my last interview.
Yeah, we literally just got off stage. I wiped the sweat off my curls and got my buns over here to come chat with you.
Yeah, you know what? That always impresses me more than anything, because especially it's hot as could be out here, and you are up there giving it your all, and then you don't even take a break and come over here and talk to us. So that makes you a badass.
Well, I appreciate it, dude. It's cool, you know. I come out here to do this, so I'm glad to do it. I'm happy that there's a curiosity for our band. You know, we're going on 30 years now of trekking around the world and the country, and so getting to talk to people like you that are still interested. I'm down for it.
Well, you guys put on badass show. You have badass music, and now you're in prison. What got you incarcerated in prison?
Damn, dude. I there's been many things I've done in the past that that could have got me there.
Me too.
Stupidity.
Right?
I was talking to homegirl over here about. She's like, "Have you been here before?" And I was like, "Yeah, about 8 years ago, but I was getting hammered back then. I'm 5 years sober now, so it feels like the first time."
Oh.
I mean, I have memories of here from last time, but not many. I was partying pretty hard.
Well, you know what, too? That was before DWP took it over. Actually, I saw you that year, and like, what a change, too, right? You may not remember much, but it's so much bigger, right?
It is. When I walked the grounds this morning, I kind of was just doing my little steps, getting in my steps, going around the perimeter, and it's pretty massive, dude. Surprisingly, the prison itself is smaller from what I remembered it being this huge, massive thing, but the actual crowd and the grounds are huge, dude. It's cool.
So, if you don't mind me asking, since you brought it up, what was the impetus, the final impetus that made you go sober?
Oh my gosh. You know, there was no bottom, I guess, just tired of being tired, and waking up. Who did I text last night and say something crappy to? Or what kind of round of apologies am I going to have to make this morning for my behavior in the restaurant? Or, you know what I mean? There was a lot of those, dude. And I would literally look at my phone and I would delete conversations before I read them, so in some weird way in my mind, they didn't happen if I didn't see them. Totally. So there was, just a little bit of that. My kids were still really young, and I just thought, let's take a left turn here. I was a cool, loving dad as a drunk too, but I'm just a better, way more present dude. When I'm focused and there, I'm present.
Well, as somebody that had a dad that was a drunk and a very entertaining one, but also sometimes,
the switch can go off even on a good person. Your daddy loves you, and then all of a sudden you're like, who is this guy, dude? There's a demon in my living room.
No doubt. And
he's possessed.
Exactly.
Yeah. Reference to the possessed shirt Pipeman's wearing. Anyways.
There it is. And it is interesting because there are times where you think you're cool being that way, but now you're sober.
Yeah, looking back, it's cringy. And, like you said, there's a season for it. You know what I mean? And in the music business, debauchery is celebrated, bro. It's almost like, come on, you got to have a drink with us. We got to have a drink with the singer for Alien Ant Farm. We got to have a drink with the singer for Possessed. Right. We got to have a drink with the guitar player from Limp Bizkit, or, on and on. And you kind of fall into that little this is kind of my job, to go out and party. And when you're 22, that's pretty cool. And then 23, then 33, then 40, you're like, well, hold on a sec. I'm supposed to get off this bus, bro.
Right.
And some people wake up and it's almost in a weird way kind of too late, I don't know. But I just didn't want to I went too many seasons, bro. Too many seasons.
See, and you sound like, to me, you sound excited that you're sober, and not everybody would feel that way.
Well, I have my days where it is boring in a weird way, or I got to find my passion for whatever it might be. Reinvigorate myself through music, through woodworking, through my love of animals, and my love for my children and my wife, dude. It's like, I'm not a godly man, so I got to find this stuff. Got to find these extracurriculars and delve into them, and try not to be life was better when you were a maniac, it was more exciting or something,
No doubt. And what's your favorite wood carving you've done?
Well, I don't do any wood carving, but I do like, I love panther chameleons, a specific breed of chameleon, and I make like these bioactive enclosures. So I just make like these really cool little kind of cages for like praying mantis, or just trying these intricate little jewelry boxes that I can put some beautiful moth inside of it or something. I don't know.
Cool. And so now, do you feel a lot better on stage with being sober? Yeah,
I'd have to say I never drank on stage even when I was getting hammered. That might have like saved my life. At least I had I would always wait till after show. It didn't mean I wasn't lackadaisical and didn't give a crap even in the daytime or before the show. But yeah, I think I feel there's a weird I get my nerves all over again when I didn't used to, and get a tremendous anxiety at times. I didn't know I had such anxiety. So that's a little bit of a battle, but yeah, it almost in a weird way like makes me feel like I care. You know what I mean? I really care about it. I want to do good. I don't want to embarrass my band or myself, and I want to put on a good show, or
I love hearing that. Yeah. So my former head engineer is stationed only because he passed away a few years ago.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, thanks. But he was a musician and a singer, and I would always support his shows. So he would always have to pregame. Like, we'd go to the bar down the street for him to pregame before he would go to the bar he was playing at. And he would have 2 sets, and they were 2 different people. First set, his name was Chad. The first set was Chad, and the second set was Brad. And that's when Brad kicked in. And yeah, I mean, there were times like his duo partner, she couldn't perform one night, and I was babysitting him, and then
babysitting Brad.
I was babysitting Brad, and I had to go home, something to do with my kids, and then I get a call from her, and she's like, "Oh, Dean, you gotta go back." Chad got up on top of the speakers, and he sang Sweet Home Alabama 5 times in a row.
Oh, my gosh. Once is too many.
Right.
I'm just kidding.
So to your point before, like, yeah, it's like part of it's fun, and then part of it's not so fun when you think back on it.
Exactly. Well, I would have sang it 6 times, and then I would have freaking thrown the monitors into the swimming pool and electrocuted some lady, and, maybe Brad and I could have been partners, or I don't know.
I know, right? He was like the most entertaining, funny drunk I ever met in my life. Some are assholes, some are cool.
I was an asshole.
Yeah.
I was cool too, man. That's what I said. Like, once the switch goes off, and all of a sudden you're like, wake up in the morning, like, what happened? Why is everyone pissed at me? And they're like, dude, because you freaking peed on all the cutlery, man, or whatever.
Chad used to pee on people's cars, his friends, and then there was one friend of us, he used to pee on her foot.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm just making you feel good that...
You're like, don't you have to wait for a stingray to sting me before you whip your dong out and piss on my foot, bro?
Right. Well, I got to tell you, you kicked ass here at Inkcarceration, so...
Cheers, man. I had a good time.
You've done something right, for sure.
I'm trying, brother. I'm trying.
And that's why you're going to have the continued longevity.
Hell yeah.
What else is on the path, on the horizon?
Well, we're leaving for Europe in about 4 days for a month. Come back here in the States, do another month. We're about 3/4 of the way done with the new record produced by Howard Benson, who's done a lot of big records. And... yeah, we're going to see if we can scribble in another chapter for Alien Ant Farm. And hopefully there's some curiosity there for the band. It seems like we have some good shows still, man. So while there's curiosity there, I'll keep doing it. If it feels lame or forced, then I might have to exit and go trim the lily pads in my koi pond and get rid of that algae that's being a pain in the ass.
See, I love that attitude, though, because if you're going to be an artist, you have to be the artist, not somebody just going through the motions.
Right. Well, there's a lot of it sometimes where I feel like we take shows on to fill that calendar, and then halfway through it, I'm like, what am I doing out here kind of thing? And that's where that sobriety thing kicks in, and I'm like, find your love for this, dude, or get out. Because it can be soul-sucking in a way, and then at the same time, I go, dude, 15-year-old you would have been freaking the hell out about all of this stuff that you're complaining about. You'd have slapped yourself right now, bro,
See, that's cool.
Well, the dressing room's tiny and the AC doesn't work. You're young and you're like, who cares? We're playing a rad show, dude, or whatever, But, grumpy old Dryden gets in there and wondering what the hell is going on.
But it's cool that you have that introspective.
At least I know. I always kind of check myself, Are
there any festivals you're playing when you go over to Europe?
There are. I'm trying to think of our calendar. I wish I could rip them off right now and tell you, but I don't have my calendar staring at me in the face.
You know what? That's because people have to go to your website.
There you go. Find us on Instagram, obviously. There's the way to go. alienantfarm.com, alienantfarmstore.com. We're just taking pre-orders right now for our first anthology record. Came out on vinyl for the first time ever. That's been selling like crazy. Check us out. Everyone knows Alien Ant Farm. They might not know the music. They know the band name, though. So.
And they're reminded because on the flight over here, I watched that new Michael Jackson movie.
Oh, there you go. I haven't seen it.
It's pretty good, actually.
That's nice.
So, you guys are badass. I'm glad you were incarcerated, and now you've been paroled.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Thank you for being on the Adventures of Pipe Man once again.
Hell yeah. Cheers.
Thank you for listening to the Adventures of Pipe Man on W4CY Radio.